and also the Senate Minority Leaders, Mitch McConnell from Kentucky. Unfortunately, we look at the bill for the Senate, and it is not a bipartisan bill, and this is the reality. The problem is we also need both parties to come in hand to assist us in this. But unfortunately, like I said, this is just one party line. So we urge both sides of the people. This is not a matter of who win or what, and this is not something that they can pick it up. But this is, some people are dying. The number that we presented in these presentations are actual people, lives of thousands of many, in fact. And today will not be the last. That's what we guarantee. People will die, and even a minute delay in resolution like this to be passed, we are actually giving the regimes to do more damage than what's already done, which is why we urge Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and also Minority Leader Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer. Both party leader has to come together and pass this resolutions. To that one, I do not know. I do not have no knowledge. But on the House, it's a bipartisan. That's for sure. A lot of Republicans and then the Democrat, they co-author this bill. On this Senate, in this Senate bill, we are going to meet them today, and that's when we are going to confront them and as a conversation, a serious conversations, and ask them to pass this. But as to answering your questions, I do not.
Any more questions? We have time. Yes, we have time.
Someone had to answer the question, can go to the podium because of why we were here. So I'm just looking at the bill right now. I just try to share some of my experience. I know that you expressed your desire to meet with Senator, majority and minority leaders. Chances they won't take an action on that. So you can come, they will receive you, but they won't. What you should do is should speak to whoever is the chairperson of the Foreign Relations Committee. And I, on my side, I will try to help push with Marco Rubio. He's part of that. He's my senator, and he is in that Foreign Relations Committee. So those are the persons you have to push, but not the majority leader. They won't wait to see how the rest that they will give their, they will not commit to anything. Thank you.
Thank you.
For our live stream.
Yeah. Just Tim Crothers with International Christian Concern, and just thanks for your information. I know we've worked with the Chin Association of Maryland, and they're very good. They're hustlers, and we love the work they do for advocacy. We've been in conversations with them about the Burma Act on the bipartisan nature of it. And I know it's been explained to us that the House side, even though it was kind of pushed, or the Republican side, the bill was pushed without Republicans fully signing off on it, and I guess there is possibly some political tensions there. However, the House bill did come through bipartisan, and I know it's been referred to the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, and so we expect HR 5497 to be the one that is amended going forward. And we've heard rumors that could be in the next couple of weeks that they do the markup, because it was hinging on the National Defense Authorization Act. There was a briefing that was articulated that had to go, and people were saying that Republicans were waiting to get the full story because they felt the bill might have been rushed. And so now that took place, I believe it was May 27th, that they do expect maybe to see some Republican attention. But at this point, we have been in conversation with a couple different members on that party, and it has just been slow to get their backing, and we're not entirely sure on the full explanation, aside from I know that there was concern that it might have just been rushed without their full input, and I think having those committee meetings will be an area where there could be some changes and maybe some revisions going forward. And so that's a little bit of our assessment going forward. But we really appreciate the efforts of the Chin Association, and everyone who's really feeding into it and pushing this, because we do see it as something that would be very beneficial for this conflict going forward. So, thanks.
Any more questions? Yes, sir.
Actually, I don't have any question because most of the question has been already asked by these lady and gentlemen here. But however, I just only have one thing I would like to say is congratulate on what are you doing here, what you've been doing. I mean, what you are doing is actually monumental given a young age you are. And for that, I really admire that. And that's all I can say is, I can wish you well and keep up the good work. Thank you so much for sharing the story.
Absolutely. I think everybody agrees with that. Great job for you guys for being so young and taking charge. So any more questions anybody would like to ask or comments? We will take comments as well.
One comment here. Thank you from ICC.
Yeah. Thank you. Anybody else would like to make comments or questions? We have time for you. Sarah?
Yeah, my name is Sarah Combe. One question is, what advice can you young people provide to other communities as to how to organize themselves, other communities similar to you in other countries?
One advice I would give is, even when it looks like there's nothing being done, if you don't take charge, you have to have the mindset that no one else is going to take charge. So have a good mindset of, I have to do this, I have to bring awareness to the people around me, I'm going to do whatever I can and give my part so that at least I know that I put my best in this.
That's really good. Adding to what she says, we do have to be the ones to stand up. And of course, we have our youth. And what we need to do is, for my personal belief, we need to tell this to every person here, to our younger kids, to anybody. And I have a fourth grader. She's a sister, and that she's the only sibling that I have. And one day we were just sitting around, and she asked me, "Hey, brother," and I said, "What?" And she goes, "Why do we eat rice every day?" And if you think about it, it's like, oh, come on, we eat rice every day. But then I told her the reasons why we eat rice every day. I told her that we have to we have to self-sustain ourselves. We don't have the dollars, we don't have the markets there, and where I used to grow up about 12, 13 years ago, we didn't have electricity in my town. So it was hard to find food, do all that. And so when they ask questions like that, I think we need to teach them our culture, teach them all those things so that in the future they can step up as well and be able to teach other people as well. So they can spread awareness. And yeah, yes, ma'am. Oh, okay. I thought you had a question. I'm sorry. But, oh.
No, not a question, a comment.
A comment.
Culture. Because we come from a culture that we have to keep silent about.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
learning how
Yes,
to
ma'am.
speak to everybody up front is a great learning.
Yes.
With young age, I think that you have a great learning. Speaking out is really a problem. Yes.
All right, we're gonna end here with everyone needs rice, right? Can't survive without rice. I agree with that 100%. We're gonna have one more comment here, and we're gonna break out, and we'll come back.
Thank you. Can you please go back to the Pastor Viejón? Okay. Fortunately, we have here the brother of Pastor Viejón, Pastor Stanley Jones, can you please share about this? How many minutes do we have? Okay.
We'll go this and we'll let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hello. I'm Stanley. I'm the eldest brother of Pastor Chung Byap-hom. I'm the pastor of Emmanuel Chin Baptist Church in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'm also doing my PhD at Asbury Theological Seminary in Intercultural Studies. On September 18, 2021, I got a phone call from my cousin from Battle Creek. He told me that we heard that there is someone by the name of Yakol, because we call him Yakol. Yakol was shot dead by the military, and whether that is your brother or not. And I was shocked, and I texted him. I waited for a little bit, and then I called him. He didn't pick up, and I called my mom. And my mom said that we couldn't reach him, so we don't know whether that is him or not. So I waited, and the second time I called them, I called his wife, and at that time, his wife was crying, and he said, I think that's him. And the third time I called them, the body was already at our house. It was very difficult, and it was very shocked, because normally, as he's a pastor, he's always willing to help other people. So he was killed on the way to helping other people to put out the fire set up by the military, and he was shot dead twice in his chest, and they cut his ring finger off to steal his wedding ring, and then they stole his phone and then also his watch. So that's the last time that we had contact with him. And the next morning, because of the security reason, they have to bury the body, and then my family have fled the town, and now they are residing in Mizoram. And sometimes I don't want to call my mom, because every time I call my mom, it kind of like that situation and that memory always comes back, and she always cried. And it's difficult, but I don't want to say that that's only our family's situation. That's only just one story of so many stories for the people of Myanmar. So if we are just waiting and doing nothing and watching what is happening, then we will hear more and more sad and painful stories like that. So today I would like to request all of you to have your compassionate act to help in every way that you can for the people of Myanmar. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Linda, go ahead and take us home.
Great. If there's no more questions, I just want to remind everyone that we do have copies of the report that we use to get our information, and a lot of our presentation information is from that report. So if you want more information, learn more about it, please feel free to grab a copy. Thank you so much once again for your attention and for your time. Thank you.
All right, everybody, we ask you to break out.